Imagine a world teeming with creatures unlike any we see today. Giants roamed the earth, their footsteps shaking the ground. The air buzzed with strange calls, a symphony of life long gone. This wasn't a scene from a science fiction film, but our planet's reality not so long ago. Extinct animals, once flesh and blood, now exist only in the fossil record in our imagination. Extinction, the complete disappearance of a species, is a natural process. It's been happening for billions of years, shaping the diversity of life on Earth. However, the rate of extinction is not constant. There have been periods in Earth's history where mass extinctions wiped out vast numbers of species in a relatively short amount of time. These mass extinction events, often triggered by catastrophic events like asteroid impacts or volcanic eruptions, reset the evolutionary clock. They create opportunities for new species to evolve and fill the ecological gaps left behind, but they also serve as stark reminders of the fragility of life and the powerful forces that can reshape our planet. The study of extinct animals, paleontology, is like a journey through time. It allows us to walk in the footsteps of giants, to witness the rise and fall of incredible creatures, and to unravel the mysteries of Earth's distant past. But its importance extends far beyond mere curiosity about bygone eras. By studying the fossil record, we can track the evolution of life on Earth. We can see how species have changed over millions of years, adapting to new environments and challenges. This understanding of evolutionary processes is crucial for understanding the diversity of life we see today and for predicting how life might continue to evolve in the future. The study of extinct animals is not merely an academic pursuit, it's a call to action. It reminds us that extinction is not just a relic of the past, but a very real threat facing countless species today. We are currently living through what scientists call the sixth mass extinction, a period of unprecedented biodiversity loss, driven largely by human activities. Habitat destruction, climate change, pollution, and over-exploitation are pushing species towards extinction at an alarming rate. The loss of biodiversity weakens ecosystems, disrupts natural processes, and ultimately threatens the health of our planet and our own well-being. Picture a vast frozen wasteland, a landscape sculpted by ice and wind. The ground is dusted with snow that glitters under a pale sun. This was the domain of the woolly mammoth, a creature that has captivated our imaginations for centuries. Encased in ice, there remains whisper tales of a time when giants roamed the earth. The woolly mammoth was a true icon of the last ice age, the Pleistocene epoch. Its image, painted on cave walls by our ancestors, speaks volumes about its impact on their world. These weren't just animals, they were symbols of power, resilience, and the untamed wilderness. The woolly mammoth wasn't just any mammoth, it was a giant even amongst its own kind. Towering over modern elephants, some individuals could reach heights of over 4 meters at the shoulder. Their massive tusks, longer than any elephant tusk today, were formidable weapons and tools, used for foraging, fighting, and even social displays. These weren't solitary creatures but lived in herds, traversing the icy plains in search of food. They communicated with each other through a series of rumbles and trumpets, their calls echoing across the frozen landscape. Their social structure, much like modern elephants, was complex, with strong family bonds and intricate communication methods. The woolly mammoth wasn't just a resident of the Pleistocene landscape. It was an architect, shaping its environment in profound ways. Their grazing habits had a significant impact on plant communities, influencing the distribution and abundance of various species. Like modern elephants, they were ecosystem engineers, shaping the world around them. Their dung, rich in nutrients, acted as a natural fertilizer, enriching the soil and promoting plant growth. This, in turn, supported a wider array of herbivores, contributing to the overall biodiversity of the mammoth steppe, a vast ecosystem that stretched across Eurasia and North America. The disappearance of the woolly mammoth, along with many other megafauna of the last ice age, is a story shrouded in mystery and debate. The exact causes of their demise are still being unraveled by scientists, but a complex interplay of factors likely contributed to their downfall. Climate change is often cited as a major culprit. As the Earth warmed and the glaciers retreated, the mammoth steppe, the mammoth's primary habitat, began to shrink. Forests and grasslands replaced the cold, dry environments that these giants were adapted to. The woolly mammoth, frozen in time, offers more than just a glimpse into a lost world. Its story holds valuable lessons for us today. Lessons about the delicate balance of nature, the interconnectedness of life, and the profound impact of our own species on the planet. The mammoth's extinction, like countless others before and after, highlights the fragility of ecosystems and the ripple effects that can occur when even a single species is lost. It underscores the importance of understanding the complex web of life and the need to protect biodiversity in all its forms. Imagine a bird so unique, so peculiar in its appearance and behavior that it seems almost mythical. A bird that evolved in complete isolation, free from the pressures of predators, a bird that never learned to fear the world beyond its island home. This was the dodo, a creature that has become synonymous with extinction and a poignant reminder of the fragility of island ecosystems. The dodo's story begins on the island of Mauritius, a volcanic speck of land in the vast Indian Ocean. Here, in this tropical paradise, the dodo thrived for centuries, evolving into a bird unlike any other. Its ancestors, likely pigeons that had drifted far off course, found themselves on an island teeming with food and devoid of natural predators. The dodo's world changed forever in the late 16th century with the arrival of humans. Portuguese sailors, blown off course on their voyages to the East Indies, stumbled upon Mauritius, bringing with them a wave of change that would forever alter the island's fate. The island, once a haven for the dodo, became a strategic stopover point for ships rounding the Cape of Good Hope. The sailors, hungry and weary from their long journeys, saw the dodo as an easy source of fresh meat. The birds, having never encountered a predator like humans, were completely unafraid, making them easy targets for the sailors' clubs and muskets. Their lack of fear, a testament to their evolutionary history, sealed their fate. The dodo's decline was swift and brutal. Within a century of the arrival of humans, the once abundant bird had vanished from the face of the earth. The exact date of their extinction is uncertain, but most scientists believe the last dodo breathed its last sometime in the late 17th century. Their disappearance marked the end of an evolutionary lineage that had endured for millennia. The dodo's extinction was a tragedy not just for the species itself, but for the entire ecosystem of Mauritius. As a large, fruit-eating bird, the dodo played a vital role in seed dispersal for many of the island's plant species. Their extinction likely had cascading effects on the island's flora, disrupting the delicate balance that had existed for centuries. Though the dodo is gone, its story continues to resonate today. It has become a powerful symbol of extinction, a reminder of the irreversible consequences of human actions on the natural world. The phrase, "dead as a dodo," has become a common idiom, a testament to the bird's enduring legacy. The dodo's story also highlights the importance of scientific inquiry and the value of museum collections. Though no complete dodo skeletons exist today, scientists have been able to piece together a remarkably detailed understanding of the bird's anatomy and behavior from the few remaining bones, sketches, and written accounts. The dodo's story is a poignant reminder that extinction is forever. Once a species is gone, it is gone for good. However, their demise also offers a powerful message of hope and a call to action. By learning from the mistakes of the past, we can work to prevent future extinctions and protect the incredible diversity of life that still exists on Earth. Today, countless species face similar threats to those that drove the dodo to extinction: habitat loss, invasive species, climate change, and overexploitation. Island ecosystems in particular remain highly vulnerable, with many species teetering on the brink of extinction. Imagine a creature that defies easy categorization. Imagine a dog-like hunter with tiger stripes and a pouch, a unique blend of canine and marsupial traits. This was the Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine. A creature that once roamed the wilds of Tasmania, an island off the coast of Australia. The thylacine was an enigma, a solitary predator that haunted the shadows of the eucalyptus forests and grasslands. Its scientific name translates to dog-headed pouched one, reflecting its unusual blend of characteristics. The Tasmanian tiger was a master of stealth, its striped coat providing camouflage in the dappled sunlight of the Tasmanian bush. It moved with an almost cat-like grace, its long, stiff tail acting as a counterbalance as it navigated the dense undergrowth. It preyed on a variety of animals, including wallabies, possums, birds, and even small kangaroos. Its powerful legs allowed it to chase down prey over long distances, while its sharp claws and teeth made short work of bringing down its quarry. The arrival of European settlers in Tasmania in the early 19th century marked a turning point in the thylacine's history. The settlers, clearing land for sheep farming, viewed the thylacine as a threat to their livestock and began a systematic campaign of hunting and trapping. The thylacine, already facing habitat loss and competition from introduced species like dingoes, was ill-equipped to withstand this new threat. Bounties were offered for their scalps, and thousands of thylacines were killed, their bodies left to rot in the bush. By the early 20th century, the Tasmanian tiger was on the brink of extinction. Despite growing concerns about its fate and calls for its protection, the Tasmanian government waited until 1936, just 2 months before the last known individual died in captivity, to declare it a protected species. The last known Tasmanian tiger, named Benjamin, died in Hobart Zoo on September 7, 1936. His death, captured on film, became a poignant reminder of the consequences of human actions and the irreversible nature of extinction. Despite its official extinction status, the Tasmanian tiger continues to capture the imagination. Sightings are still reported, often grainy photos and shaky videos, but none have been conclusive. The thylacine has become a modern-day myth, a creature that haunts the fringes of belief. Some researchers believe that environmental DNA, eDNA analysis, a technique that can detect the presence of a species from trace amounts of genetic material left behind in the environment, could hold the key to solving the mystery of the thylacine's fate. Imagine a bird that mirrored the penguin in the north, a master of the icy Atlantic waters, flightless yet perfectly designed for a life at sea. This was the great auk, a bird once so abundant it blackened the rocky shores of islands scattered across the North Atlantic. Now it exists only as a ghost in the memories of sailors and the hushed halls of museums. The great auk was a creature of stark contrasts. Black and white plumage, a robust body built for diving, and a comical, waddling gait on land. They were masters of their domain, the frigid waters teeming with fish that sustained them. Their very name, auk, is thought to originate from an Old Norse word, alka, meaning diver, a testament to their aquatic prowess. The great auk's life was a delicate dance between land and sea. They spent the majority of their lives on the open ocean, their sleek bodies perfectly designed for diving. Their wings, useless for flight, had evolved into powerful flippers, propelling them through the water with astonishing speed and agility. They could dive to depths of over 200 feet, holding their breath for several minutes, pursuing their prey fish, squid and crustaceans. Their large, hooked beaks were formidable weapons, capable of snatching prey from the water with lightning-fast reflexes. But it was on land, during the breeding season, that the great auk's vulnerability became most apparent. The great auk's demise began with the arrival of humans drawn to the North Atlantic by the promise of new lands and abundant resources. At first, the impact was minimal, the great auk's vast numbers seemingly impervious to the occasional hunting by indigenous peoples who relied on them for sustenance. However, the arrival of European explorers and settlers in the 16th century marked a turning point. The great auk's size, lack of fear, and habit of congregating in large, easily accessible colonies made them an irresistible target for sailors in need of fresh meat and provisions. By the 18th century, the great auk's once vast numbers had dwindled to a fraction of their former glory. The once common sight of these birds, their black and white plumage dotting the waves, became a rare and precious occurrence. The alarm bells were ringing, but for the great auk it was already too late. The final nail in the coffin came with the realization that the great auk's eggs, large and flavorful, were considered a delicacy. Collectors, eager to acquire these rare prizes, paid exorbitant prices, driving further exploitation. The very act of reproduction, essential for the survival of any species, became another threat to their existence. The great auk's legacy extends far beyond its extinction. Their story, a tragic yet powerful reminder of the fragility of life, played a pivotal role in shaping the conservation movement and raising awareness about the plight of endangered species. The great auk was among the first species to be placed on the growing list of creatures driven to extinction by human actions. Their story, along with that of the dodo and other vanished creatures, ignited a sense of urgency, a realization that human actions have consequences that extend far beyond our immediate needs. Imagine a cat the size of a lion, but with teeth so long they protruded from its mouth even when closed. This was the saber-toothed cat, a creature that has captivated our imaginations for centuries. Its image, etched into our minds from countless museum displays and prehistoric documentaries, speaks of a time when giants ruled the earth. The saber-toothed cat was a true icon of the Pleistocene epoch, the last ice age, which spanned from about 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. Its fossils, unearthed from the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles to the caves of South America, paint a picture of a formidable predator that stalked the plains and forests alongside mammoths, mastodons, and giant sloths. The saber-toothed cat's most defining feature, its saber teeth, weren't just for show. These elongated canines, fragile despite their size, were precision instruments designed to deliver a swift and deadly bite to vital areas of their prey. Unlike modern big cats, which rely on suffocating bites to the throat or nose, the saber-toothed cat aimed for the neck and jugular vein, severing arteries and causing rapid blood loss. To accommodate these enormous teeth, the saber-toothed cat's skull possessed several unique adaptations. Its jaw could open to an astonishing 120 degrees, far wider than any modern cat, allowing it to maximize the reach and power of its bite. Muscles in its neck and shoulders were incredibly strong, providing the force necessary to drive those saber teeth deep into their prey. The life of a saber-toothed cat was a delicate balancing act, a constant struggle between feast and famine. Their survival depended on the availability of large prey, and the Pleistocene epoch, for all its abundance of megafauna, was also a time of dramatic environmental change. The glaciers that had once carved their way across continents were retreating, leading to shifts in vegetation patterns and animal migrations. The vast open grasslands that had once been the saber-toothed cat's hunting grounds were slowly giving way to forests, a habitat less suited to their hunting style. The late Pleistocene epoch was a time of turmoil for many of the planet's large mammals. As the glaciers retreated and the climate warmed, ecosystems were thrown into disarray. The once abundant megafauna, creatures like mammoths, mastodons, giant sloths, and dire wolves began to disappear from the landscape. While the exact causes of this extinction event are still debated, scientists believe that a combination of factors played a role, including climate change, habitat loss, and the arrival of a new predator on the scene: humans. The La Brea tar pits, located in the heart of Los Angeles, are a treasure trove of Pleistocene fossils. For thousands of years, natural asphalt seeped up from the ground, creating sticky pools that trapped and preserved the remains of countless animals, including the saber-toothed cat. The tar pits offer a unique window into the past, allowing scientists to study the bones of these extinct creatures in unprecedented detail. By analyzing the fossils, researchers can learn about the saber-toothed cat's diet, behavior, and even the causes of its extinction. The stories of the woolly mammoth, the dodo, the Tasmanian tiger, the great auk, and the saber-toothed cat, though separated by time and geography, share a common thread. They serve as poignant reminders of the awe-inspiring diversity of life that once graced our planet and the profound impact of human actions on the natural world. These magnificent creatures, each a marvel of evolutionary adaptation, once thrived in environments as diverse as the frozen tundra, the lush islands of the Indian Ocean, the forests of Tasmania, the rocky shores of the North Atlantic, and the plains of North America. Their extinction, whether driven by climate change, human hunting, habitat loss, or a combination of factors, has left a void in their respective ecosystems and a sense of loss that resonates through the ages. The extinction of species is a natural process, a constant ebb and flow of life that has shaped our planet for billions of years. However, the rate of extinction today is unprecedented, far exceeding the background rate that has prevailed for millennia. Scientists estimate that the species are now disappearing at a rate 1,000 to 10,000 times faster than the natural rate, a stark indication that we are in the midst of a sixth mass extinction event. Unlike previous mass extinctions, which were triggered by catastrophic events like asteroid impacts or volcanic eruptions, this current crisis is driven largely by human activities. Our insatiable appetite for resources, our relentless expansion into natural habitats, and our alteration of the planet's climate are pushing countless species towards the brink. The consequences of inaction in the face of this biodiversity crisis are dire. As species disappear, ecosystems become less resilient, more vulnerable to collapse. The intricate web of life, woven over millennia, begins to unravel with unpredictable and potentially catastrophic consequences. The loss of pollinators like bees, butterflies, and bats threatens the production of fruits, vegetables, and nuts, impacting global food security. The decline of coral reefs, home to a quarter of all marine species, disrupts fisheries and tourism, affecting the livelihoods of millions of people. The challenges facing our planet's biodiversity can seem overwhelming, but despair is not an option. The future of life on Earth depends on our collective action, our willingness to recognize the interconnectedness of all living things, and to embrace our role as guardians of the natural world. Conservation efforts, both large and small, are making a difference. From establishing protected areas to restoring degraded habitats, from captive breeding programs to community-based conservation initiatives, individuals, organizations, and governments around the world are working tirelessly to protect endangered species and preserve ecosystems. The stories of extinct animals, though tinged with sadness, also offer a message of hope. They remind us that our actions have consequences, but they also demonstrate the resilience of life and the power of collective action. The extinction of the great auk, for example, played a pivotal role in galvanizing the conservation movement, leading to the establishment of protected areas and the implementation of hunting regulations. We have the power to choose a different path, to break the cycle of extinction, and to create a future where both humanity and nature can thrive. This requires a fundamental shift in our relationship with the natural world, a recognition that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. Help the channel grow by subscribing and sharing this video.